Hi, hello, welcome. Welcome back to our Zelda Creator Modcast. It's already our fifth episode. I'm your host, you, back again with our good friend Joey, and this time two very special guests. Do you guys want to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm OMG, it's Monica, a member of the Zeldathon team, and with me is...
Hi, I'm Vidya James.
Beautiful. And you're both from Zeldathon, yeah?
Yes, we're both
Oh, yeah.
Zeldathoners. Yeah.
I assumed. No, it's just another guy,
Just here,
Just a guy.
hanging out.
Yeah, he's
Just
just
someone who happened upon the podcast.
Yeah, he doesn't even know what a Zelda is.
What?
No,
Is that like Mario?
Yeah,
exactly.
basically.
Alrighty. And our special guests today are here to introduce us to the event Zeldathon. And they're going to talk about it a bit. We have some questions gathered from you guys. And I think Joey has the first question.
Yeah, absolutely. So, our first question for you guys is Zeldathon's a really big thing. It's been going on for quite a while now. So, I'm curious, how did this event start and how did you guys get the idea for it?
Zeldathon started in 2009, so quite a while ago. It started out as just a thing a couple of high school students decided would be a fun thing to do. They organized it in one of the friends' basements, and it was 3 people. It was a weekend long, and it raised just over $300. And it was supposed to be just like a one and done thing, just play some Zelda games, raise some money for charity, and that was it. But it eventually turned into, hey, what if we did another one as our senior project for high school? And so that was the second event. And from there, they just said, let's just keep doing it. And from there, it's kind of grown. Usually running 2 events a year, one in the summer and one in the winter. And it slowly grew from 3 people. Now the event hosts, I believe, the most that we've ever had at a single event is 80 people. But it's a rolling cast depending on who's available at any time. So it goes from, generally, I think the group as a whole is over 100 people at this point, and lots of friends made in the process. And since then, our largest event, we went from raising $300 to $375,000 at Zeldathon Cures. So it's grown quite a bit.
Yeah, it's been really fun to work with too. And then we also, in addition, have been fortunate enough to be invited to a few other things. So we've been to MomoCon to do events there as one-offs as well to represent St. Jude that time. And yeah, we were expanding and always trying some new things, and it's always a good time and always exciting.
That's cool. I have a quick follow-up question. This upcoming event, by the time this episode comes out, it's either already started or it's about to start, is called Zeldathon Echoes. I'm curious why it's called that.
That's funny, but yeah, Zeldathon Echoes will be happening from July 6th, 2023 and running through July 12th, 2023 at zeldathon.com or twitch.tv/zeldathon. Tune in if you can. It'll be a fun time. You'll see stuff that you like if you like this podcast. It's funny, Jamie and I probably have no idea why the name was chosen. Usually the directors just have a huddle and probably like multiple debates about what the next marathon title should be. There was, in the last lead meeting, there was already mention of what the next title would be, and it sounds like it's already a contentious debate.
Ooh.
Our executive director MC, he's one of the 3 who started Zeldathon. He's usually the one who ends up picking the name, and he has certain meticulous rules that he has to follow for the naming of the marathon. I know one of our very old events was called Ultimate Zeldathon, and after that, MC's like, no, this sucks, I hate it. There's never a word that's supposed to go before Zeldathon. It's always Zeldathon blank. And so, yeah, usually it's something, so like we had Zeldathon Recovery, Zeldathon Deluxe, Zeldathon, what was the last one? The last one was called Zeldathon Daybreak, and that was our Majora's Mask themed marathon. But yeah, there's plenty of different names.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're starting to do some that are specific game themes now too, which is fun.
Do you ever consider a Zeldathon, maybe something Zorro related? Just
Yeah.
bring it out though.
Oh, that would have been good for this one, especially since we're raising for charity water.
There you
Oh,
go.
really?
Yeah.
Next time you gotta ask me as well.
Yeah, you gotta come to us. We
Will help. Yeah, but I think in our eagerness to start, we kind of missed mentioning what exactly Zeldathon actually is. What is it?
Basic idea is we get a bunch of people, sit them down in a hotel for a week long, play through what's supposed to be the entire Zelda franchise. We try to tackle every single title in the official Zelda timeline, as well as some bonus stuff. And we accept donations from all the viewers. So if you're familiar with events like AGDQ, Awesome Games
Yeah,
Done Quick,
yeah.
it's kind of the same idea, although it's not so much a speedrun marathon. We don't expect, the absolute highest caliber of gameplay. Like, obviously, we're all Zelda nerds and we know our games quite well. Some of us are speedrunners, but a lot of people just, enjoy the games casually and play them through at a somewhat competent pace. But that's not so much the focus of the marathon. It's more, there's a lot more to it. And I'll let Monica expand on that.
Yeah, so exactly like Jamie mentioned, like if you have seen GDQ or something like that, we actually feature a lot more diversity of creators as well. So you'll see a lot more music events happen in it. We had something called Zeldathon Art Hour, and we were featuring a lot of the artists or visual artists and work that they do. We'll have skits and all sorts of wild stuff happening intermittently throughout the marathon. Sometimes it'll be planned events like Jam Train, where we take music requests from the audience and include them. Or it'll be like a buffer in between stuff, and we'll play a medley of Zelda music or other music. And sometimes it can just be something completely wild and sporadic, and you'll see like a skit happen because one thing that people loved from our last marathon was we had a bit on the third day because it was Majora's Mask themed. So we rewound time effectively and went back to the first day and just had one person on couch who knew what was going on, and the rest of the couch were effectively the townspeople in Clocktown who were really confused, didn't know what was going on. We're like, why are you acting so weird? Like, what's going on? That one is
That's
really
really
fun.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh, and creative.
Yeah, so we always try to include things like that to break it up from just the games, and I think that's really truly what sets Zeldathon apart. I mean, I guess I know it was really inspired by Desert Bus for Hope, where they have a lot of gimmicks like that too. But we're just lucky to have so many incredibly talented people on our team who are able and willing to offer up their skills to make it the best possible event that they can.
Yeah, totally. And I'm just going to give us a mini shout out, but part of the reason why you guys are on the episode today is because we've been collaborating with Zeldathon to bring you guys a little portion of Zelda creators within the show. I won't get into too much details, but for the people from Zelda creators wondering if they should go check out the show, you should, because some of you guys are in it in one fashion or another. So
yeah, I know Captain Trina, who's one of our prize team people, reached out and was working with a lot of the Zelda creators from this Discord. And a lot of you will have stuff featured in the prize pack. So you'll get shoutouts in the marathon and you'll see your work up there, which is really exciting. And then hopefully more people will get excited about your work as well.
Heck yeah.
It's one of the big things that we've done to help incentivize donations over the last couple of years is we have lots of prize giveaways. And a lot of it is just generated from fans and attendees who like to make stuff and like to raffle them off for donations. So
yeah, just amazing people who are happy to lend their skills and help out.
So I have another question, especially directed to the both of you. So how long have you each been working with Zeldathon?
I thought I was relatively new, and then I double checked, and the first marathon I went to was December 2017, so that makes, I think, 6 years and counting for me and some change. But Jamie has been around much longer than I am.
a couple years.
So, how many years for you, Jamie?
My first marathon was winter 2014 into 2015. At that point, it was the 5-year anniversary of the marathon.
Let's go.
So, yeah, I thought like, wow, when we hit our 10-year anniversary in 2019, I was like, wow, I've been involved for the marathon for half of its lifespan, and now obviously it's been a lot longer. But yeah, I still don't like to think of myself as a veteran because there's still a lot of people who are way more OG than me. But I understand.
True.
I'm definitely in, above the 50th percentile on that regard.
I don't know where I stand now. That's an interesting thing to factor in.
Yeah.
I've never thought of it that way.
It's one of those things where, like, your first couple marathons feel so significant, and then after a while, they all start to blend together. It's like, wow, I've been here for how many years? Like,
Well, that's the funny thing too on the naming, because we don't just call it like number 20, number 21.
Mhm.
Because all of us who have gone to a few marathons now really start to get confused on what happened in which marathon. So every now and then you'll see like a trivia game where it's like, ask the Zeldathoners what happened. And you can see we have no recollection. We're like, we do not recall.
That's fine.
That's pretty reasonable.
Speaking of, like, so you guys have both been doing this for quite a while, but what do you guys each do outside of Zeldathon?
Yeah, so that's funny that you ask. Outside of Zeldathon, I actually got my current job thanks to the volunteering that I do at Zeldathon.
Oh, no way.
So yeah. So outside of it, I am an event sponsorship coordinator as my real day job now, which honestly, thank you to Zeldathon because it helped me to develop and hone a lot of those skills that I work with.
That is so
Pretty
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, you hear of that for a few Zeldathon members, especially Zeldathon staff who lend their skills to the marathon. I know C to the Atherin, Catherine, our social media manager, also found herself in social media management jobs because of it, as one example.
Well, my
What do you
day-to-day
do?
work is not typically related to Zelda, but in my free time and my spare time, I've taken on a hobby of speedrunning Zelda games as well. And that kind
Ooh.
of developed organically through, running games for Zeldathon for a while because, as I mentioned earlier, it's not necessarily a speedrunning marathon. The expectation is just, you have to be sort of good at your game. But I took that a little one step further and I decided to start, learning games a little bit more competently for my runs. And that kind of just sort of naturally evolved into learning how to actually do some cool tech and learn how to play the games at a high level. And that kind of never stopped.
Follow-up question. What Zelda game are you the fastest at?
So Majora's Mask is definitely my number one. But I'm also pretty good at Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess as well. I'd say those would be my big three.
Yeah.
What categories?
Sometimes I run glitchless as well as Defeat Majora, which is kind of a meme category at this point. I also play a lot of randomizers, and that's kind of my area of expertise at the moment.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know Jamie does a lot of work within the Majora's Mask randomizer community and is always involved in a lot of races and stuff going on there.
Yeah, I'm a moderator for the MMR community, and so I help organize tournaments and just general race stuff for that, which is a lot
And
of
then,
fun.
yeah, you're a Zelda creator too, because you have some great TikToks and YouTube shorts and YouTube videos about stuff that you can find within it and challenges for people too, like the dog race challenge.
Yeah, in the last year, I've started making Zelda content in that sort of vein. Try to have it with a more in-depth technical look into the game, so not so much lore and analysis, but more like how the games actually function and stuff like that, which is a lot of fun.
Mhm.
That does sound cool. I like that kind of stuff, just like getting into the nitty-gritty, I guess that you could say. Fascinating.
It's super exciting. I
And
love watching speedrunners.
this is where Monica and I are, different sides of the coin, because I know she's a big lore nerd, and I don't like to read. I just like to play the games, so
Oh, I'm
that
a
stuff's
lore
over my
person.
head.
I'm with you,
It's true.
Monica. I personally can't speed run. I like to watch it, but otherwise I'm more on the Monica side of things, being like, show me that lore.
Yes.
It's very funny if you
Guys.
try to pull speedrunners on like knowledge of like, backstory in the games and stuff like that and Easter eggs, they have no clue sometimes, which is
Oh,
really
they-
funny.
They still think Zelda's Link.
of
Or Link
course.
is Zelda.
Speedrunners when I go to sleep and they have no idea what's going on in the game. I
course.
usually watch Gymnast and he just kind of like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I think Link, he's doing stuff.
Gymnast has actually been an attendee of our marathons in the past. We
That's
brought him
so
on
cool.
specifically to do some of his speedruns, which has been awesome, and he's fit in quite well. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, we love him.
So cool.
He hung out
love
while
him
I was
too.
playing Wind Waker and I had no idea what was going on. He was just watching me struggle through bosses because the gimmick was I have never played Wind Waker, so I'll play all the bosses for the first time as a challenge. And Yeah, that was something.
Oh man.
He thought it was
So
funny.
freaking awesome.
He's a good sport.
Alrighty.
He's great.
Yeah.
I think that we'll segue on into our next question. And that is, what is one moment that you will never forget with Zeldathon? One most exciting experience and one moment where something went horribly wrong during the event, but now you look back and find it kind of funny.
Do you want to go first, JP?
There's too many to count at this point. There's so many memories. I think one that went horribly wrong is kind of fits into a bunch of stuff where we've just caused general chaos around the
Yes.
hotel.
That's what we do.
We've set off multiple fire alarms. We've broken couches multiple times.
Tables.
We once
Plates.
we dropped a water jug on a kiwi to try and smash it, and ended up flooding the hotel carpet. You know.
Oh, no.
What was I gonna say? Yeah,
Mayhem.
yeah, just general mayhem. I mean, that's kind of the nature of the event, right? Is you're trying to be entertaining and cause a little bit of chaos, but sometimes it goes a little too far, and we end up, having to deal with the real life consequences. But usually, we kind of have this air of, as long as it's on camera, as long as it's being filmed, it's generally going to be okay. Just if
It's
we
content.
can, yeah, it's content. Exactly, yeah.
Most exciting, I think, honestly, is any time when we get to interact with people who are watching it and know that we're making like something meaningful and something that they enjoy, and interact and hang out with them during it too, because that's a huge part of Zeldathon. Is it's a bunch of us hanging out on a couch together, but we always have a window open to chat, and we're always looking and communicating with them as well, and that's part of the banter of the marathon.
Yeah, I know. I love that kind of stuff. Like, I always like watching things where it's just like, it feels like you're just there with some friends, like having a chill time playing some Zelda. That's just a really nice like vibe. I personally haven't seen too much of Zeldathon in the past, but I'm really excited to join in this year and hopefully get to see a little bit of every day.
Yeah, and that's kind
Happy
of
to hear it.
one of the nice things about it is we do run the marathon all hours of the day, so it doesn't matter what time zone you're in. There's always going to be something exciting going on, which is
Oh
great.
my, it's dog friendly.
And we have
Very time zone friendly.
yeah. I mean, I think the majority of our attendees are American, but we have a lot of international attendees as well. A lot of people from Europe, a lot of people from Canada, which is America Junior, but that's besides
Yeah.
the point.
If you can't tell, both Jamie and I are rocking some Canadian accents.
I actually couldn't tell, but now I'm
Yeah.
I'm seeing it now.
You're more
Yeah.
aware. We just haven't apologized or said about enough.
Yeah. I haven't heard the
Yeah.
apologies yet.
That's important.
I feel like we've apologized more than you guys. You need to step up your game.
You're
True.
being beat by an American and Austrian. That's not very
There you
bad
go.
one of you.
We've talked about how you guys got into Zeldathon, but how did you guys get into the Zelda series in general? What's your history with Zelda?
I mean, I've been playing Zelda games my whole life, right? Like, Ocarina of Time was one of the first games I ever played. Obviously, fell in love with it instantly. And then just basically every Zelda release since then, I've been so excited for. And without fail, I've been, continually impressed with the franchise. I did mention before, I've taken on speedrunning, and that's kind of been my main vice for it lately. But I seriously, I can't summarize enough how much the franchise has done for me in my life. So love it to death. It's always going to be a part of me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for me, I got into the Zelda games. I feel like probably a pretty similar experience to a lot of people. I was the youngest kid, and I had 3 older siblings. Ironically, there were only 3 save files on Ocarina of Time, so I was never allowed to make my own.
Oh,
But I loved watching my siblings play through it, and then whenever they weren't around and I was able to play, I would play on their files, and I would play as far as I could, but I could never save, because then that
No.
would be an issue if I overrate the older siblings file.
yeah.
Yeah, so then finally one Christmas I was gifted a Game Boy Color, and it was Oracle of Seasons was one of the first games that I had on it. So that was the first Zelda game that was fully my own. I mean, we had an old school Game Boy and Link's Awakening on it before, but same deal. Can't really make my own save. So yeah, when I could make my own save and just run all around and do everything that I wanted to, in Oracle of Seasons. It was so exciting. And then the main thing that's always kept me in, like, I don't know, it drew me in with all the characters, the colors, the story, but especially beyond anything else was the music always for me.
Oh,
And
dude,
then,
yes, the music.
yes, and then the music led me to find Zeldathon too, because I had no idea what Twitch was, but I would always listen to Radio Hyrule, because I looked up Zelda music to listen to, and Radio Hyrule popped up, and I would always listen there.
Mhm.
And then I heard Hyrule Academy, the Zelda Theory podcast, effectively, that MC would record once a week. And then I started listening to that every single Friday evening, and then the one time it wasn't happening, I'm like, what's the deal? Where is it? Where's my friends to discuss lore with?
I need.
And then I needed it. Became a routine thing, especially when I was in university. I would like specifically run home Friday evenings to tune in and also share my own lore theories. And then that's when I found out Zeldathon was a thing. So I watched it a bit then. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. Ran into a bunch of the Zeldathon team at one of the Symphony of the Goddesses performances too. So it's always been that music theme for me. And then they invited me to an event, and I brought my violin and just had so much fun playing Zelda music with people at the events. But it's always been music that has kept me going in Zelda beyond anything else. And I haven't gotten to play much of Tears of the Kingdom yet, but I'm so excited to hear what different things they do with the music, because Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite music games of Zelda, which is controversial, but I stand by that
I'm
opinion.
with it. I think that
No, I'm
soundtrack
with
is
it.
slept on.
Yes!
It
It
is
is
kind of
really good.
controversial, but I think Tears of the Kingdom has kind of stepped up the game.
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, you should be.
For sure.
I'll say, no spoilers, but I'll say, as a violinist, I think you're going, like, not me as a violinist, but as you as a violinist, I think you're going to like it.
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't really play it until after Zeldathon because I'm practicing for my Breath of the Wild segment now.
Aw.
But soon I will be binging all of Tears of the Kingdom, and I can't wait.
Awesome.
To wrap the interview up, I would like to ask you, what are you looking forward to most about this coming up Zeldathon?
I guess for me, might have been mentioned a few times, but my role within Zeldathon is as the logistics lead. So I help create the schedule, organize all the runners, and basically make sure that we have all our ducks in a row in terms of the gameplay actually happening. And a big challenge of that is, especially for the longer games, is finding new runners every single time and making sure people are practicing, doing their stuff. I actually have a stream open right now of one of our runners who's doing practice and trying to help them through that. So it's just kind of like always on, keeping tabs on people. And this marathon in particular is our first marathon to feature Tears of the Kingdom. It's always super exciting when we get to run a marathon right after a new Zelda release. And so to celebrate that, we are in total having 24 hours of Tears of the Kingdom throughout the marathon. And that's split into 6 different segments and 12 different runners. So that's been, a huge undertaking, getting everybody organized and routing it out, making sure everybody's practicing. So I'm really excited to see that all come together. It was something I wanted to bring up when I mentioned the first Zeldathon that was only 3 people. There's a story that MC likes to tell about how at one point they were all just so dead tired. Because now we have shifts, obviously, like people are up at different hours of the day. But back when it was 3 people, everybody obviously had the same sleep schedule. And it's like you had to make sure somebody was awake. There was one moment of the marathon where they were literally just like, Link was just standing in Hyrule Field for like an hour, not doing anything because everybody was asleep. Everybody was just napping at the
I
streams.
was gonna ask, since you said like it's a 24-hour stream, I'm like, someone's gotta fall asleep on camera. Like
And that's definitely happened more than a few times. But yeah, we try to make sure that we have people, because like we said, we have people coming in from Europe who have different sleep schedules, and they specifically ask for what we generally consider to be the dead hours, but for them it's like, this is when all my friends are awake, so I'd like to have this time.
It works out really well, and then we have some people who love what we would call like graveyard or goblin hours. Some people like that.
it's fun being a goblin.
Yeah.
All right.
Would you guys like to shout out one last time where to find you, maybe?
July 6th through 12th, please tune in to zeldathon.com or twitch.tv/zeldathon. We will be fundraising for Charity Water and playing through all or most of the Zelda games, 24/7 we will be live, so there's always going to be something interesting happening. There will be tons of giveaways, prizes, interesting features like that with a lot of people featured from this community. Thank you for doing all you do and making the prizes that you've shared with us. We're really excited to help incentivize those to raise some money for an amazing cause. And yeah, Jamie, are there any exciting games you want to talk about might be on the schedule or anything interesting with games?
Well, obviously, I mentioned the Tears of the Kingdom 6-part run that we're getting to do, but we have lots of other stuff. We have musical events. We have stuff like the Jam Train, which is a 2-hour-long session where all our musicians get together and play songs for your donations, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Your requests live.
Yeah, do requests live, exactly. We have Hyrule Flight Academy, which is we've taken Microsoft Flight Simulator and turned it into Zelda maps, which is going to be a lot of fun. Should be very entertaining.
Amazing.
Yeah, trying to think what else we have that's super cool. There's just so many to name. If you want to see what runs we have planned, it's zeldathon.com/schedule. All of them will be listed there in your local time zone, so super easy to find when things are going to be going on.
I think honestly, Minish Cap will be really funny because there's a surprise plan for the game runner that the game runner does not yet know about. So
Don't tell him. Nobody narc.
Tune in. No one tune in. Or no one rat it out. But tune into that one. It's gonna be funny, I promise.
I'm excited for that.
We like to goof a lot, so look forward to goofing at Zeldathon. That's what we have to offer.
I love a good goof. We're gonna do a speed run of our own. And our next segment is going to be making a tier list of all the Links and all of the Zeldas, at least all of the Links and Zeldas that are on this tier list. Personally,
which is all of them. There's no one missing.
Yeah. Is that for sure? You true?
It's for sure.
All right. I don't know because there's a lot of the older games I haven't played, so it's going to be interesting trying to sort these. So I think our combined knowledge, though, we can kind of figure this out. So before we start, let's try to make like a general rule of like, what are we looking for, and what counts as a good Link or Zelda?
I think memorability is one that's really important. Do I remember this Link?
Yeah.
Does it come to mind?
Got personality.
Notoriety, yeah.
And also just like how badass they are.
Yeah. Are they strong? Do they have good weapons?
Yeah.
Good arsenal?
Yeah.
Maybe how hot are they?
Yeah. How attractive is this Link?
Yep.
Kidding. Please don't cancel me.
And I will say, I think we should all get one, not a veto, what would you call it? Just like you get one golden one. So it's like, this one I love beyond all of them, and I don't care what anyone else says, it's going in S tier. We all get
Gold
one.
star.
The S+, yes.
Yeah. All right.
We don't have S+, sorry. In our hearts. It's going to be S+ in our hearts.
Yeah, there you go. All right, are we ready? Yeah, I have Skyward Sword Link now first.
Strong start. Very strong start.
Is this anyone's golden one?
No. I've never
Not for me.
I've never actually played Skyward Sword all the way through, so I'll let you guys figure this one out.
I've only seen the Game Grumps playthrough of it, which is if you know Game Grumps, they're they have strong opinions about this game, but I personally like this Link. The gameplay is a different question, but I think this Link is very sweet and he kicks butt.
I love his reactions to things.
Yeah.
That's true. He does have very good reactions to things as opposed to other Links.
Yeah, and
Yes.
he's incredibly expressive in such a how do I put it? In such a perfect way. He just shows all the emotions.
What I noticed about this one was, they gave you a lot more choice as this Link, so he was kind of more of a link between the game and the player, really.
That is true. I would say he's at least an A tier.
He's at least
Yes.
an A. Do we agree A?
So A is fine.
A?
He's fine.
All right. We'll put
Yeah,
him in A.
his art
Alright.
style was great too.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Okay.
Good
Do you
boy.
have a link between? Do you have Ravio
We have
next?
Ravio. This is
Ravio.
Ooh.
not
He's
my
not my
personal.
golden one.
No.
I would say it's not my personal gold star, but it would definitely be the gold star of our event director. MC loves
Yes.
Ravio,
Oh,
for sure.
maybe
Beyond
So we
anything.
gotta-
we might need to just put him up there just for that.
he might
I
just
mean,
be-
he's not my personal gold star either, but like he's high up there on my
we
list.
all love him.
I
Yeah.
thought he was just such an interesting story, and he definitely was memorable for me.
Yeah, totally.
He's a cheeky boy.
S tier.
In the S.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
tier.
really different than any other Link, really.
Mm-hmm.
S tier.
Yeah, I think a lot of the people in Zelda creators would agree with S tier as well.
Yeah, he's a fan favorite for sure.
Yeah, how can you not? It's a purple bunny. Like,
Purple
Right.
Bunny Link. Oh, where did I hear that before? Purple
Yeah.
Bunny Link.
I also have a strong love for the darker haired Links.
Yeah.
I don't know
Gotta
why.
love
They're
that.
just rad.
It's
Yeah,
great.
except for there's one coming up that might break that cycle. But
I wonder if they made it a purple bunny to do with when you originally go to the dark world through the mirror and you're just a bunny running around.
oh yeah,
Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know. It was like a secret little,
Easter egg.
yeah,
Lore
Easter egg.
nerd fact.
Easter egg. I get it, because bunny.
Thank God we have the lore people here.
Yes.
Original The Legend of Zelda Link.
Yeah. So important to note, this is also the Link from Zelda 2, which is a game that I will defend to the death. I love Zelda 2, and I won't hear anything. I won't. But
No, I haven't played it, but I do like it too. From what I've seen, I'm like, this just looks like a fun time.
You think? Oh, okay.
I think with as far as this Link goes, you just don't really get to see a lot of his personality, and obviously that's somewhat a limitation of the medium at the time, right? So
Mhm.
I feel like
Okay. I do have to say though, his hair is pretty rad.
yeah, he's got some good hair. Look at that.
Hair and the nose always cracks me up when you're the little pixelated version running around.
He's got
Oh,
like a,
yeah.
The nose is very cute.
got like
So
the
not a
reverse
lot of
mullet.
personality, but
Yeah, I
you know
think
what?
he's
He
kinda-
does. He's focused on the job. He gets the job done.
Yeah,
True.
I would
That-
say
that's worth a B at least.
B,
You can have B.
B or
Anyway,
C.
B or C.
Do we do C?
High C.
Mhm.
Yeah,
C.
high C. He'll
Okay.
be at the top of C.
Good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right.
Controversial one.
Breath of the Wild Link.
Yeah, this is where it starts getting serious.
There you go. I have strong opinions on him.
Like good or bad?
Bad. I think he's a wet sock of a personality.
A wet
I'm
sock.
really sorry.
I think my opinion of him got a little bit better as I played through Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
But
That's
No spoilers. No
Different story.
no
spoilers.
spoilers. But as far as
it's a different story.
Breath of the Wild goes, yeah, I mean, just because there's so much personality present in the rest of the game, he's kind of
Yeah.
it's just kind of a insert yourself in this situation kind of deal. Which,
Yeah. Oh my god, you phrased it perfectly.
As a full game in general, I do like the ability to kind of place yourself in the game, but as a solo character, like, for the sake of the tier list and being like personality, it's like he doesn't have it.
Clothes make the Link in this situation. It's the outfits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie said it perfectly. Like I was thinking, like, oh, I love Breath of the Wild Link, but then as soon as Jamie made that comment of the game has more personality than he does in this instance, I'm like, oh my god, it was a light bulb moment. I'm like, yes, I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
But I will
wet
say,
sock. Oh, no.
to defend him a little bit, he does have a little bit of fabulousness to him. He's very like
the selfie poses.
yeah, he's got the poses for the photos, and also like he's really willing to just put on like these really flamboyant outfits and just like
Respect.
and like roll with it, and he like flirts with people a little bit. So
Yes.
there's something there. You know, it's not as prominent as others, so maybe he's like a high B.
I
I
B.
agree.
I
High
can
B.
agree with B. I
Yeah?
accept that. Yeah.
All right. We have a pretty, like we've got one in almost every category now.
Breath of
I
the
think-
Wild is
We
pretty
will
strong
do our
himbo
last
energy.
category now.
Yeah, these next two are
Oh jeez.
speaking of himbos, this is
Look, This is a strong take. Strong take. Obviously, his personality is not the best, but look at that dark hair and look at that face.
My goodness.
Joey.
Damn. This guy
He's not
sucks.
half bad.
He sucks. I don't like him at all.
Excuse me.
I think they
So,
got.
Predator. I can't-
Obviously, the cartoon came out in a very early stage of the franchise, and I think
Mhm.
as a result, they got the characterization completely wrong with the cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Yeah.
like, I don't like him at all personally.
No, I don't like
neither.
him either. I think
No.
this is easy D.
Yeah.
But this is okay. This is where things get complicated because I think CDI is also a D. But is he better or worse than?
Better.
I would say definitely
Yeah,
He
better.
also has entertainment factor. He's
Is he
entertaining.
above D? Is he like
Easily.
low C or is he D?
No, I think
High
C is generous, but high D, yeah.
Okay, high D sounds fitting. He's
'Cause
very
he doesn't
yeah.
troll Princess Zelda in the same way Cartoon Link does.
yeah.
not a
He is
sexual
a
flirt.
flirt, but he's a respectable flirt. He's like,
Terrible
how about
hair.
a kiss? And then she's like, nah. And he's like, all right. But the other one is just like, screw you.
Mhm.
You can't take no for an answer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
True.
CDI is just like messing around, but Cartoon is like, he's got a different agenda and it's not good.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make up a guy real quick. Because whenever you have a discussion about the Zelda franchise, there's always that guy who pops in and is like, well, what about the CDI games? And you just want to tell that guy to, go into another room. We get that a lot at Zeldathon. When we,
Absolutely.
Monica said we play through all the franchise games, and we used to play through the CDI games every single time, but in recent at least in recent years, we've kind of dialed it back on that.
Shuffled it.
But we do have a Wand of Gamelon segment at this marathon, so any
I was gonna ask.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had an
Mostly
interesting.
fine.
We've had multiple of Zelda's Adventure, the CDI game that nobody remembers. We've had multiple world record holders of that game attend the marathon, so
Really?
yeah, we've got a lot of
There was
experience
a joke that they were all three top record holders were all on one flight, and they're like, "Oh, if this flight goes down, the record is up for grabs now." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, don't say that! Don't joke about that."
That's awful. Oh, that would be a tragedy in history.
One of the best sellers. hands down.
Yes,
I'd say so.
agreed, yo.
I
She's
do
just-
like her personality of just pushing Link off of things.
Yeah,
no,
she's
just
so
a
cute.
lovely person.
She's so
fine.
cute. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
she seems so much younger than. Well, like I know she isn't that much younger than other Zeldas, but she seems younger, and then she just kind of accepts her fate, and she's like, "This is my duty." Like, she's S tier for me. Oh
Wow.
no, like she's not like
Yes.
no, she can't be my ultimate S tier because I'm saving that for another Zelda.
That's okay. If we all agree that it's an S tier, that's a different thing. But the golden one is like everyone else isn't sure, but you get to veto that or whatever. You get to be like, no, this is mine. I get to choose where it goes. So if we all agree she's S tier, that's different. We can just put her there without using our gold card.
Do we agree?
Yeah, why not?
I agree. She's got two
Yes.
S's in the name, so
It's true.
A great Zelda. The best Zelda. in my opinion.
Yes.
all right, the Minish Cap. I do not know this Zelda, so I'm kind of out here.
Yeah, I wish I knew more about Minish Cap, but
She looks
Not me
rad
personally.
though.
She's
Yeah.
super cute, but I'm gonna say C tier. She wasn't that great. She kind of like checked in on things with the seal when she didn't need to check in as much.
oh, there's a seal
And
in
then-
that game.
There is a seal, and then that's how Vati broke the seal and pulled all
Oh.
the darkness out of the chest. And
I thought you
then
meant like an aquatic seal, like the animal.
I was thinking that too. I was like, oh, that's fun.
no, they sealed the darkness away. So canonically, the Minish Cap comes right after Skyward Sword when the darkness had been sealed away.
Right.
And this Zelda was like, MC put it really well. She's one of those people who, when you're baking, opens the door to check on cookies too often and will make the cookies come out raw because you're just checking in a little too much. So because of that, she kind of made like she had a part in the seal breaking, but then she immediately got turned to stone. You didn't see her for most of the game.
Oh,
So C tier for me.
yeah.
She had good intent, but yeah.
Above the Link or behind the Link?
I'd say above. I think she's
Yeah.
really cute.
Okay.
Yeah,
She had good intentions.
They both have great hair.
Yes.
Good. 4 Swords.
Four Swords was the first game I've ever played, and I never got far enough to even see Zelda.
I didn't even know she was in Four Sword.
Exactly.
Okay, that says a lot.
I had only known she was in Four Swords because I remembered her really, really cute bow in the game. I haven't played the game myself. I've only seen it at Zeldathon.
It's one of, yeah.
I think her
So
design is cute.
maybe behind
Yeah, I'd say there's
Link
good.
and see?
Yep.
Yeah.
Behind Link.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, okay. It's not my gold card, but Ocarina of
No.
Time Zelda kicks absolute butt.
I love her design. She's my favorite designed Zelda.
Yeah.
I think she's so pretty.
I love her and the fact that we get to see her as young Zelda too.
Yeah. And also is like chic. Like there's just so many levels.
true.
Like
She's
it's
fun.
it's like it would be my second or third like gold card for me. But she's not my gold card, but she's really up there.
I see your points. I agree that, you know, lore-wise, she's pretty great. But in the Ocarina of Time speedrun, all Zelda does is cause you time loss, because she counts for Light Arrow cutscene, which is 6 minutes long, unskippable, and the Zelda's Letter cutscene, which is like 5 minutes, and then there's all the Sheik cutscenes too, where she's just yammering off. I can't stand it. No, and she's fine, especially with the way Sheik is. I think definitely bumps her up for me. So.
Well, you know, also she's a big reason behind why it takes so long in speedruns in the first place, because she's the cause of everything.
Yeah.
True.
I've heard criticisms from people that everything that goes wrong in Ocarina of Time is Zelda's fault. I don't buy that at all. I don't buy that at all.
Everything that goes wrong in Majora's Mask is also kind of her fault.
Man.
True.
High A.
Traumatized by her actions, so.
I was gonna say A tier because what I really like about this particular Zelda is like what we touched on at the beginning. You get to see a lot more to Zelda with this Zelda, and I think that was the first time they did that. You see young Zelda, you see her as adult Zelda, and you see her as Sheik. Spoilers, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. I think most people know. Okay,
really?
I kind of agree. Really badass, but could be better in some
Yes.
parts. So, but the
Maybe
question
you're,
is, in front of or behind Skyward Sword?
behind
Ooh,
Skyward Sword.
Yes, I agree, yo.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. He doesn't have problems. He's a perfect little boy.
He's
All
so
right.
cool.
A good himbo.
Noble.
Yeah, he's a kid. The Minish Cap Link. He's got Tude. I kind of like it though.
I think this Link is hard carried by the hat.
Eslo, yes.
True.
It's, that's
They're a
everything good about
duo.
this Link is because the sarcastic tone. This little bird, love it.
Let's go,
Yeah.
bird people. If you consider him separate from Eslo, he's definitely lower. Depends if you're considering them as a package duo. But him
He's
without
on his head.
Eslo, yeah.
He's on his head, he counts.
Yeah, I don't know too much about this one, so I'll let you guys decide.
It's a classic Link that starts off the game waking up from napping.
So he's painfully average. That's my take.
Yeah, I agree. I'd say C.
All right.
C or B.
High C, low C.
Yeah, high C.
Oh,
I'd
I
say
would say
top of C
higher
too.
than Zelda.
Yeah.
The highest
Well-
C.
Yes, I think that fits. That works.
Top of C. Oh man, I have
Difficult.
Can I do
Twilight
like
Princess Zelda.
Can I do like a reverse gold star here? Is that? I think this Zelda sucks. She doesn't.
Okay.
But also it's Twilight Princess, so I'm kind of biased.
Okay.
Biased.
Like, no, not my favorite Zelda, but for one, she is the hottest Zelda. I'm gonna
Yes.
put that out there.
Agreed.
Second, she's pretty cool in the sense that like the way she sacrifices herself for like
For
other
people.
people. And then
Yes.
also just like this random dude Link comes out of nowhere and she's just like, all right, I'm down to work with you, you know? Like
She's
she's
not
just
a dude, she's a wolf when he comes to her.
yeah.
It was
She's
all
very
Midna.
accepting. She's a
Midna
very
pulled the
accepting
strings.
person.
I
Yeah.
think
So,
what needs to happen is the Zelda has to take a step in the back seat to make room for Midna. Midna's obviously the star of the show in this game.
Yes.
And if that needs to happen, then so be it. But
Yes.
if we're ranking objectively just Zelda,
I just want to know why she had a sword in that cutscene where she drops this. What was she gonna do with that sword? Was she really gonna fight? Really?
I think she realized that last minute. She's like, "This was dumb," and then she.
I was never trained how to use this. Drop it, and then you only see who used the sword because it's Ganon putting
That's
her
like the
to make
type
her
of
use the
sword
sword.
Yeah, that's like the type of sword that she picked off of her like the top of her fireplace. Like I've never used this before. It's just decoration.
The fencing sword.
Okay, I personally would say somewhere on the C tier. I would not go as low as D tier. There's some good aspects about her. She
Yeah.
mostly sucks, I agree, but look at her.
I'd be happy
I would
with
say,
top of
like-
C.
Yeah, I'd say, or yeah, actually, top of C. She's got more personality than the Minish Cap Link.
Yeah.
And you get to fight her. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Like,
Yeah, you can get your anger out by fighting her.
that fight makes me more angry. It's entirely random. So
All right, I feel like this has got to be someone's gold card.
Not mine.
It's not
No?
fine.
it's not, but
Are we all gonna have the same gold card? I have a weird feeling.
Yeah.
I think Tetra is great. Tetra's awesome.
She is great.
Yeah. She's probably my favorite. She's my favorite Zelda. My gold card is someone else, but if I had a separate gold card for just the Zelda, this is my favorite Zelda.
Yeah, she gets stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
She's not like your other Zeldas.
Yeah.
She's a
No,
pirate.
She's more involved.
And
Yeah.
like other souls, I am unique.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
don't wear makeup.
she bosses people around, which is not something you see other Zeldas do.
True,
don't
yeah.
Voice.
She's in charge of a crew of pirates. That's pretty badass.
I think
I think
Yeah.
she's S tier.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite aspect is after the events of Wind Waker, when you go back to Phantom Hourglass, she just goes back to being Tetra. Like she's like, I'm not just a princess, I'm still a pirate.
Yeah. She
not
like
interesting.
accepts the role in order to get the job done, and then after that, she's like, "All right, back to usual business."
Yeah,
All right. So where is she on S tier though?
I'd probably put her between these two.
Yeah, I'm fair with that.
Yeah, it's hard to beat Ravio.
Yeah.
Spirit Tracks I never played.
This is my absolute gold card tier
Oh.
Zelda. This is it for me. This is
This-
her.
This Zelda
She at the
rules.
top then? I think our gold cards need to go at the very top. The very
She
top.
rules. So she's really cool. She gets her body yoinked from her and it becomes possessed. Classic Zelda thing.
That's right. She
but-
becomes like the.
But
the-
yeah, that instead of being a maiden or a damsel in distress, she like shakes you around and she like there's this like hilarious famous cutscene that Jamie knows. We all know at Zeldathon. She like gradually inches closer and closer and closer and closer to you as she's shaking you and like
Yeah.
yelling at you to get her body back. And then Angine is like, well, you're gonna go help him, right? And she's like, and then she actually goes and she is your companion throughout the entire game and she gets things done. Like she possesses these soldiers or phantoms and helps you progress throughout the game. And there's this really cool 2-player aspect to it. Yeah, she's my S tier. She actually goes and does something.
Yeah, she's great for sure.
Where do you want to put her?
She's also, I think, the most
Yeah.
explicit the series has ever been in terms of giving Link and Zelda a real relationship, which, depending on
Yes.
how you feel about the fandom, could be good, could be bad. I like it. I'm a fan of it personally. I think even if this wasn't a gold star, I'd still fight for this Zelda to be S tier.
Yes. All right. All gold stars, I will say, go at the very top of S tier.
You got it.
Amazing. So, A Link to the Past Zelda. How do we feel about her?
She's fun. I mean, I might be again biased because of a gameplay that I watched. They make her really funny. So
Might
So I might be a little biased in that aspect.
you don't
Um,
see too much of her, I think, is the big problem. But
yeah.
I don't think she's anywhere near problematic. And worth mentioning, this is the same Zelda as the Oracle games, so do get a little bit more of her in that.
I haven't played those.
You don't really see her at all. Spoiler, unless you are playing a linked game, then you kind of see her.
Mm.
And she's actually doing more, and she's more involved in those, and she's kind of looking around and trying to figure things out, which is pretty cool. She's an okay Zelda. What I like about her and what I think stands out to me is just the telepathic message sent to you in the beginning of the game. I think that was really cool and really stand out. She was the original call to the hero, if you will.
Yeah.
That's the most memorable thing about her to me.
Okay. Is she
So
maybe like
you
low
just
B?
suggest- Yeah,
I'd say about
I
that.
think that fits. Yeah, that sounds right.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, behind Breath of the Wild Link.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
A
right.
Link Between Worlds, Zelda.
Oh, this is the one I was thinking of. This is the one. Whoops,
your
they
old
look
card?
similar.
I thought this was your cold card. But I think Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds are so similar.
Yes.
Parallel
Yeah.
each other the entire time.
I feel like she kind of just goes right behind A Link to
Right
the.
behind her, okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Very
Yeah.
cute design, but
Yeah.
not much difference.
Yeah. There's not much different. It sounds like we see a little bit more of A Link to the Past Zelda.
She looked adorable in Super Smash Bros. As well.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. They did have her in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, but Hilda.
Oh,
Oh, Hilda. I was debating that's going to be my golden card, but I don't think so.
She's got purple hair.
So cool.
there's a famous moment now in Zeldathon history where they were fighting Hilda, and they said the parts to the low rule Triforce were Gaslight, Gatekeep, and Girl Boss, because that's everything Hilda stood for.
Oh, that is fantastic. You should do a shirt with that.
Yeah,
Like a
honestly,
Triforce shirt, turn around in black.
Yes.
Gaslight, Girl Boss.
yes, and I love
draw
it.
it for you. I draw it for you for free.
Oh,
This
let's
happened.
go. Oh my god, let's go. But I think like she's so cool because she was so stand out from other Zeldas and like willing to step up and get her hands dirty in order to save her kingdom and
Yes.
manipulate. She was willing to gaslight, and like, you know what? I respect it. I think she's awesome. I already gave yeah. No, gaslight and girl bossing. She was gatekeeping because she was just kind of keeping Rob. She's like, I can see Ravio's not going to get it done, so I need to step up.
Yeah.
I already gave away my gold S tier, but she's S tier for me. She's memorable.
I'm okay with that. I think she could be S tier.
Yeah,
I think
Yes.
she's behind. Well,
the last
Yeah.
of S tier, but S tier nonetheless.
so at
Yeah.
the bottom.
Are we
S
too
tier?
generous with S tier? I'm fine if she's an A tier as well. If we're too generous with
No,
us.
listen. And Link and Zelda could be S tier.
True.
Given me,
All right.
you've given me a cursed idea for a shirt design that's a Triforce that just says "Live, Laugh, Love" on it.
Oh my god. yes.
Complimentary.
That's the
a
only way I would ever put a live, laugh, love sign in my
I
house.
have like two shirts. One is black, one is pink. The pink one has the golden Triforce, right side up, live, laugh, love, and then the black one has the Triforce, wrong side up, gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
Honestly,
we could do this.
I think we haven't had enough like funny cursed t-shirts at Zeldathon. This is my behind the scenes take, and I think people would love it if we had more stuff like that. I really do.
If you make that, you need to send us one.
Yeah, because also we're always looking for artists for teas too. Like the
Oh,
opportunities pop up. So
Dude,
yeah.
dude.
Well,
Oh, even
we'll be
get
in
me
touch.
started. I'll be right there.
I'll do it for free, just to
Yeah,
see what
we're
happens.
both like, sign me up.
Oh, let's go.
Oh,
Rock, paper, scissors on who does which one.
yeah, we'll fight you.
Original Zelda.
I do like the reddish hair. I'm always a hair person. I'm like, think of the hair.
Fair.
Otherwise, I don't really know a whole lot about her.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Again, she's kind of
Me neither.
just absent for most of the game. So
Yeah, Forgettable.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm,
High D? Is that terrible of me to say?
I don't think so.
I mean, these I'm okay with that. Like high D. Like
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
she's
we
just
do.
kind of typical like damsel in distress, and I feel like she could do better.
D for damsel.
D for damsel.
Exactly.
Down
And
for it.
distress.
I'm tempted to say Adventure of Link Zelda, which is a different princess, weirdly enough, is also probably in the same category just because she's asleep the whole game. You don't get to see her at all.
Yup. I
She's
agree.
lazy. Like get to work.
She's not like Spirit Track Zelda out here putting in the hours.
Exactly.
Or like Hilda.
Yeah.
Despite being dead, my guys.
All right. Yeah, I'll put her below the other one because I like this design.
Agree.
All right,
And
here we go.
arguably, I would say CDI Link is also a damsel in distress.
He
I
is.
agree. Honestly,
he really
I agree.
is. In one of the games, he is. He literally is.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, stressed here.
Yes.
All right. Hot take: Breath of the Wild Zelda.
Yeah. She is. Okay, again, we're not supposed to spoil too much of Tears of the Kingdom, but after playing that, she's been through a lot.
She really
Yeah.
She's
has.
been through a lot.
I haven't
Okay.
played Tears of the Kingdom yet, but it was interesting just to see like her internal turmoil and struggles in Breath of the Wild, and I respect her for that. So I really do like her.
We
Yeah.
also should put into account Age of Calamity. I think
True.
it
Right.
put a lot of personality to her.
Here's something that I really respect about her. She obviously doesn't want to be in this position. She wants to be just focus on tech stuff and, be the nerd that she is, which is also really cool. Just nerds in general are cool. But like she steps up once she really tries hard to get her powers, and once she has them, she uses them. Like she doesn't just kind of run away from the situation. She tries everything she can.
And you know what? Like she sees, I guess, like, is it okay if I have spoilers for Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Yes.
Game's
That's
been out for 6 years now, 7 years.
So she sees that Link is losing the battle and he's been seriously injured and it's not gonna pan out well. So she makes the call and she steps up and does the sacrifice to sacrifice herself and save Link and say maybe something will happen in the future. And I think that's a tough call to make and respect to her.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
She sacrifices a lot.
Is there any downsides?
I know some people are annoyed by her for whatever reason. I don't see it, but I guess I
I
understand.
think a lot of the shortcomings is more to do with Breath of the Wild's plot, especially
I guess-
in the ending.
Yeah, people
it's-
got annoyed that she got annoyed by Link, but like I guess she probably got annoyed by him because like he fit so easily into his role and she felt so insecure and unsure about herself. But I like that about her. It gives her more depth and more personality.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like she could be S tier,
I was thinking.
or at least high A.
I was thinking
won't
high
argue
A
on
for
it.
sure.
Yeah.
High A. Above Skyward Sword, or
Yes.
Yeah, she's
Yep.
got more personality.
she's right above Breath of the Wild Link. Jeez. Okay, cartoon Zelda.
Girl boss.
You know what? I really like her design.
She's
Yeah.
cool. I vibe with her.
Yeah.
Not a damsel.
I don't remember too much about her in the cartoons, but I think she was like kind of a boss, wasn't she?
Yes, she got more than a Link, I think.
You
Yeah.
would troll Link, which I liked and I respected.
Yeah. You know what? She's all right. She's all right.
She deserves a B. I think
Yeah, I feel like you just don't see much of her.
Low B, high B.
Low B?
Low
B.
B can bring high B.
Yeah.
Four Swords Link.
But
I
it's only
don't know
one.
much.
This is.
I don't know too much about his personality either, but I think it's cool that there's four of him.
True.
Yeah, hard to say, really.
Gets to show off cool colors of tunics. I like the purple one.
Oh, I like red.
But you know, it's kind of bland.
Yes, I agree, yo.
Maybe
Kinda
low
sets
C.
up Jeff
Yeah.
for a few.
Paired together with the Four Sword Zelda.
That seems
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Before her,
Yeah.
after her.
I say before her because at least this Zelda has like a cute little bow.
It's true.
Yeah. And he's got different colors, I'll give him that, but like they don't have bows.
Okay. I guess.
Then we get
All right.
CDI Zelda. Oh boy.
I
Another
love
girl boss.
her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Playable
Oh, wait, no,
Zelda.
you already used your gold card.
Playable Zelda, and then the iconic scene of "You killed me."
Yeah, good. She's brutal. She's fierce. I do like that. I feel like she's in a similar spot that the cartoon Zelda is.
She's cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
All right.
not enough people know her to have her way too high, so I agree with that.
So in front of or behind cartoon?
Be in front
Behind.
of? Oh, behind. Okay, yeah, behind.
Because her design is not as good.
True.
Yeah, very true. I do like cartoon's design.
Yes.
All right, big one. Ocarina of Time Link.
OOT Link, which is also Majora's Mask Link, of course.
True.
Majora's Mask gives him the edge, I think.
Yeah, I
Certainly
agree.
Gone through a lot.
Yeah.
You get to see a lot
Yes.
of personality. Yeah.
Is this anyone's gold card?
No.
No.
Really? Okay.
Joey, I
Um,
think.
What time? I think we both have the same one. You.
I think so.
Where on the S? He's pretty good.
Probably
He's
above.
pretty good.
Say above Skyward Sword Zelda,
Okay.
Yeah.
where I'd put him.
Yeah, that's fair. I think. Yeah. All right.
I think
Alright.
he's like the one who made us care about a lot of Zelda games, so yeah, I can't dispute that.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Are you ready?
Oh boy.
Gold card.
Okay.
Gold
He's
card.
number one. He's number one in our hearts.
Yeah. Was this anyone else's?
Yes,
He's a
of course, of
Yes.
course, dude.
Yeah.
It was
He's
three
awesome.
of you all three had the same gold card. Oh, let's go. Respect it. It's gotta go. Yeah.
Yep.
He's just a dude who works on a farm who's in the wrong place at the wrong time. Ends up being
Dude,
a
Ultimate
hero.
himbo.
and he turns
He's
into a
great.
dog. It's just like, all right. It's just.
Also, the first fan service Link moment for everyone.
Yeah,
God.
for real.
Me, age 13, I cannot describe you.
You're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, you're like, well,
Oh, hello
listen,
there.
I'm not even into blondes, but this guy like does it for me. It's him and then Leon from
My
what the
God.
heck?
Joey.
Yeah.
Joey, that is so valid. That is so valid.
I think he's such a cool Link because, like, when you unlock the fallen hero techniques, you get to see him be that much more slick in the sword handling, and you get to like
Yeah.
use those in the fights, and I love that. It felt like you felt like more of a badass in the fights too. So he wasn't my gold card, but I agree with that for sure.
Yes. And he's good with kids.
He's good with kids, he's good with animals, he's brave, he's just a simple, humble
Yeah.
boy.
He's a
He looks
simple
good.
like
He's
farmer
everything.
boy.
Ultimate himbo.
He's the like
Yeah.
guy next door kind of thing. Boy next door.
Yes.
Mhm.
He's the boy next door, but also the hero. He's
Yes.
everything. Just like Barbie.
Yeah.
Barbie.
Just like Barbie. You know you got it
Barbie.
good when you're just like Barbie.
Just like Barbie.
Okay.
wrong.
Another really, really good one. For me at least. The Wind Waker.
Waker Link.
No debate here.
My favorite thing about this Link is when you're doing a stealth mission on Windfall, and the person's like, "What was that? What was that noise?" And the
Yeah.
Link just goes, "Meow." It's great. Love it. Get some real
Yeah.
personality.
This Link meows.
Yes.
Is I think S tier.
Yes.
But
Say
where?
S tier. I'd say move Hilda down to A tier just to balance it out a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright.
Fair.
High A tier?
Like at the
That's
top
fair.
of A tier, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pushing Breath of the Wild Zelda out of the way. Breath of the Wild Zelda is good, but Hilda gets her hands dirty.
It's also
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
canonically the only Link to have a sister, which is cool, and he cares about her a
Oh,
lot.
Oh
Which you
yeah.
like
And
to
his
see.
grandma.
Yeah,
Don't forget about his granny.
cares about his
Yeah.
family. What more do you
Yeah.
want?
Aw.
He's
Yeah.
just a boy who loves his family.
His guilt tripping grandma.
Puts up
Oh,
with snot-nosed kids.
yeah, that is true. He's also good with kids.
But he is a kid, Joey.
Well, yeah. Okay.
That doesn't say much.
True.
He's a
Spirit
good
Tracks.
one.
I was like, what the heck is this?
Joey, where did you put him?
Oh, I put him at the bottom of S tier.
Okay.
All right. Spirit Tracks. I do not know too much.
Me
I would
either.
say bottom of A, just because actually, I don't know. It's cool that he's a trained engineer and studying to do that.
Oh yeah.
Like to drive trains.
That's kind of stand out for me and like a little bit different. And then he's willing to learn all the night stuff just because it's kind of asked for. He's like, I'll step up, I'll do it. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I think Breath of the Wild Link is kind of about
Yeah.
the same for
He
me.
does a lot of the same stuff. That is true.
But I like the Breath of the Wild design better. I'm not gonna lie.
But
Ooh,
he has
yeah.
this cute train conductor uniform.
True. The little hat is very cute.
Yes.
Ooh, this is tough then.
He drives a train.
Maybe being a
Me.
straight up engineer though, that's pretty
True.
What
He had it.
other Link can be an engineer? We have a farmer, but that's it. There's no engineer.
Yeah. He had an
Yeah.
interesting career choice before he was thrust upon being the chosen one, the hero of
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. I would say bottom of A just because that makes him stand out.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Breath of the Wild Link is cute, but
Yeah.
Not that cute. He does not wear a train conductor uniform.
yeah.
We need an amiibo for this to give us one more outfit.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, getting the little like conductor. Dude, that would bring Breath of the Wild up to A tier. That's what's
Built whole
missing.
trains in Tears of the Kingdom, so it would fit.
Yeah. You could technically make a train.
Oh my god, actually, yeah, you could. And then like if you had him in a yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I like the way you think.
DLC maybe?
Yes.
Amiibo? Alright. But he does not have that, so he stays in B.
Yes. And Spirity can be one of the one of the A clubs.
Yeah.
He's been gatekeeping in B by Hilda.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hilda's keeping him there. Like she's physically just holding him back. Okay, A Link to the Past. Love the hair.
This Link's been
Yeah.
in a lot of games. This is not only Link to the Past, but it's also the Oracle games and Link's Awakening. So
True.
it's been through a lot. I think
He can also be a bunny.
it's true.
True. And a Zora. And no, wait, no. Ignore that.
I think I would put this one around the same as Spirit Tracks Link, maybe a little bit lower, personally.
Yeah,
Maybe below Breath of the Wild Link.
Like,
I agree
Weird.
with that.
Yeah.
He's done a lot, but he doesn't have much personality. But it's cool to know like how many different places he's gone to help out, and I think that speaks to his personality.
yeah. He's higher than A Link to the Past Zelda. He does more.
Determined to do good.
Yeah. Okay, so above A Link to the Past Zelda, but below Breath of the Wild Link.
Good.
I agree.
Whew. We're at the last one.
A final Link.
A Link Between Worlds. Also good hair. He puts up with Robbie, though.
Yeah.
He kind of unites everyone too. He's a Link in that sense in his game series, which I respect.
Yeah, he is quite literally a Link in this.
He's painting. I love him when he turns into a painting. It's so cute.
True. I forgot all about that. That was really cool.
Isn't he like adopted or something?
No, I think it's his uncle, the blacksmith.
Oh, okay. I kind of forget.
I'm not
I
sure
like
though.
how helpful he is in this game too, because he's determined to help all of the sages, who I would say have a lot more personality in this game than a lot of the other games where we see sages as well. But you see that he's really determined to do good and just do what he can to make things better. So I kind of want to say bottom of A. I don't know what other people think.
He's not an engineer, so he.
He's not.
It's true.
Yeah, but he does blacksmith stuff, which is also pretty cool. Yeah, I think bottom of A.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So is this our
Very
final? Is there any last anything we want to change?
I'd say this is nicely balanced.
Yeah.
I
So-
like that.
You did a good job.
I'm pretty happy with that.
I feel like
Yeah.
all of us being Zelda nerds, you knew the S tier was going to be heavier than other tiers.
Yeah,
You knew
it's
the
hard
D
to
tier was
not.
going to be lighter. Yeah.
Yeah. I keep looking back at Hilda like she's mad at me for putting her back there.
Part of her energy.
Julia would sleep with a helmet.
But I gotta, I think she would respect that I'm gonna stay strong with our decision.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she's mad, but she's also kind of nodding her head, like, all right.
Yeah.
She's like, I've got room to improve, so I can
Yeah,
take out
yeah.
the Wind Waker Link and move above him.
Yeah. She's gonna kill him. She's gonna find him.
I just cannot believe we put Twilight Princess Zelda below CGI.
That's true.
This is so cursed.
It's the personality. You don't get to see much for Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's that is true. She's full of CDI.
CDI Zelda was, she was badass.
She was like looks are deceiving. She's
She's better.
she straight up said good to killing someone.
Yeah. Whereas Twilight Princess Zelda, Zant comes up to her, he's like, do you fold? She's like, I fold, drops the sword.
Yeah.
CDI Zelda would have been like, no, and like thrown the sword at his throat or something.
Yeah, exactly. And she just would have like stood there smiling. Yeah.
This is good.
Lots
This
of
is-
respect still to Twilight Princess Zelda, but there's improvement that could be had.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, awesome. We finished our tier list. I'll for those who are just like listening and probably not viewing the screen, I'll just real quick go through our choices. S tier we have Twilight Princess Link, then Spirit Tracks Zelda, then Ravio from A Link Between Worlds, Tetra from Wind Waker, then Link from Ocarina, Zelda from Skyward Sword, and Link from Wind Waker. In A tier, we have Hilda from A Link Between Worlds, Breath of the Wild Zelda, Skyward Sword Link, Ocarina of Time Zelda, Spirit Tracks Link, and A Link Between Worlds Link. B tier, we have Breath of the Wild Link, A Link to the Past Link, A Link to the Past Zelda, A Link Between Worlds Zelda, and then Cartoon Zelda and CDI Zelda. C tier, we have Twilight Princess Zelda, The Minish Cap Link, The Minish Cap Zelda, The Legend of Zelda Link, Four Swords Zelda, and Four Swords Link. And then D tier, we have The Legend of Zelda, The Adventure of Link, Zelda, CDI Link, and then of course, the bottom of the barrel is Cartoon Link, because he sucks.
Yeah.
Excuse me? No, I'm just
Yeah,
joking.
Yeah.
And if any of our listeners have any complaints, please put them in the comments.
Yes,
Any
please
different-
rat us out.
And I'll be sure to not read them.
We will not read them. But you can make your own tier list
Yeah.
and tell us.
Yeah, I think we could put the link for this tier list in the description, maybe.
That's a
Yeah.
good idea, Joey.
Yeah, so you could do your own. We did not make this one, I just found it on the tier list thing. Well, awesome. I think that's pretty much it
Yeah.
then.
That was our 5th episode. I want to thank our guests for a lovely, lovely interview. We've had a great time. And I'm so glad that you guys were here. Do you guys want to shout out one last time where to find you? Or are you
Jamie,
good?
go for it.
Yeah, as we mentioned a few times, we're part of Zeldathon, which is a twice-a-year charity marathon where we play through every Legend of Zelda game and raise money for charity. Our next event, Zeldathon Echoes, starts July 6th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. Eastern Time. That's at twitch.tv/Zeldathon and zeldathon.com. All the information about how to watch and donate is there. And give it a look, zeldathon.com/schedule to see when we're playing each game.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. And we are Zelda Creators. You can find us on Twitter and Discord and Instagram, Zelda Creators. And thank you for the episode. See ya. Have a good time.
See ya.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.